My name is Jim Ryan, and I will be your instructor for argumentation and debate this semester. I wanted to take a few minutes before our Tuesday first meeting to tell you a little bit about myself and then to preview some things in D2L that you are going to need for our class. The first thing, I guess, is to introduce myself. I have been teaching speech and drama and debate on the high school level for 30 years, and the last 22 of them as the head debate coach at Norman North High School. So I have plenty of experience on the local and state and national level. In addition to that, I got my master's degree in educational technology online. So I am familiar with the online environment both as an instructor and as a student. And that's important because, as you probably know from looking at the information about this course, this is Alternative Delivery Synchronous Meeting Remote Instructor, which basically means that the course will meet on Tuesdays at the appointed time in MassComm 205, and the instructor, that's me, will be remote. So it's going to be important that you know the layout of the D2L class page, which you see in front of you right now. The most important part of that is the content page. So if you look at that, one of the things that you'll see early on is that there is a syllabus that you can look at. The syllabus is, of course, our rule book, and you should definitely look through that and read all of the stuff. It will tell you about the grading and about me and about the schedule. Probably the most important thing is down here at the bottom, where you're going to be able to see the schedule and what we're going to do on each day of class. So that's going to be really helpful for you. Also in here, if we look into just the table of contents, we have a WebEx portal. In WebEx, we will be setting up basically the class meetings for me. So I'll be WebExing in to MassComm 205. But you can also find the office hours tool in here. And this is useful to you because you might want to set up a meeting with me. And so these are the times that I will be available, and you can just come in and click on one of those, and then that's yours. Now, I have had the experience with students in the last year where they had difficulty for whatever reason being able to make that work from their end. So rather than trying to worry about whose fault it is or anything like that, just email me and say, I sure am trying to meet with you on Tuesday at 10 o'clock. Can we do that? And I will make sure that that works, and I'll set it up properly from my end. Module 1 is the beginning instruction, and there's not a textbook for this class, so you're going to find everything that you need for the actual class here in the various modules. So the first couple of classes will be Module 1. Right now you can see the things that are necessary for our first couple of meetings, and it looks like a lot, but it's really not. There is a discussion topic. There's some instructions about how to do that. I would like to have an opportunity to meet you, at least virtually, and get to know who you are and some things about you so that we can start to create a community. And there's also several tools that people use, primarily that teachers use online for communication with students, and so I put several of them on there that you might find useful for the foreseeable future when you are working with your own students. There's information for contact information from me. There's background information about me. There's some resources that are technical right here that I've put in the first module. You don't have to do anything with them, but if you need D2L tech support, or if you need help unlocking your browser to view videos or other content that don't seem to be working, you would try that here. Or if you need disability and support services for some adaptive software or something, you can talk to the folks through this. The actual assignments are just this little part down here. The first is a guided note page, which you might as well just download and put on your laptop and bring to the first class. And then when I'm giving the lecture, you'll be able to fill in information as you're going along and follow along with the lecture. There is also a for your information sort of thing about the LD topics for high school for this year. There is my first lectures PowerPoint. You don't need to download either of these things, but if you later on are wondering something about either of these, you can look them up later. This is the first actual reading. There's not a textbook, as I said, but this is something that you will read after class on Tuesday and before you take quiz number 1, which is due before class happens on Thursday. So you can see in here, I put in the information, sort of what you ought to do. Download this. There's nothing here, so I'm not really giving you instructions. Here, read this and then take quiz number 1 before Thursday's class. And then here is quiz number 1. So that's kind of how I'm going to lay all of that stuff out every time. I'm really looking forward to tomorrow. I hope that you will have your lecture notes ready to go, and that you are ready to meet me, and I'm ready to meet you on Tuesday in our first class. Looking forward to it.